And good evening from Blue Devil Gymnasium. This is Quincy High Blue Devil basketball, Western Big Six style. And good evening, I'm Jeff Wellman as we're back here in Blue Devil Gymnasium. And it'll be a week with the Blue Devils. Tonight, and of course, tomorrow night, we'll be at Quincy High, the girls' gym, as they will have their game against Hannibal, senior night. And then, of course, Thursday, it's up to Moline for the girls. Friday, it's up to Moline for the boys. And then Saturday, finishing at the Bowl for the Blue Devils here. It should be a good one tonight. Well, actually, Alleman's in here tonight as the Blue Devils come in 24-2, 9-1 in the conference. On the other side, Alleman is 3-21, 1-10. They've taken their lumps, but they're looking so much better this year. Devils average around 66 points a game and give up about 43. On the other side, the Pioneers are just shy of 40 points a game, and they give up 46 and a half. For the Blue Devils, they had a great weekend last weekend, starting on Friday night as they took on East Moline here at home. It was senior night, and the Blue Devils won that ball game 54-37 to improve to 23-2 and 9-1 in the conference, as I mentioned at the beginning. And then East St. Louis at the Crossroads Shootout at Normal West on Saturday, and the Devils had a heck of a ball game, wrapping out their shootouts undefeated this season as they beat East St. Louis 65-51 in that ball game. Keyshawn Thomas was a monster. Keyshawn had 28 points and 20 rebounds in that ball game. Good stuff for him. So now tonight it's another conference game. It's Alleman Catholic, our second game with them. Back on January 5th, we traveled up to Don Morris Gymnasium. After one quarter, the Devils led 24-7. Halftime, it was 52-10. Third quarter, 79-33, and they won 86-39. Devils were led by Brown and Longcourt. Each had 18, and Don Clay had 15. On the other side, Gavin Aubrey had 17 points for the Pioneers. So right now in the conference, Blue Devils 9-1, Rockies 9-1 up at the top. Moline's 8-3, East Moline 6-4, Sterling 6-5. We missed one game there. Galesburg's 2-9, Geneseo 1-9. So as you can see, Geneseo needs to play one more game, and East Moline. And Alleman down at the bottom at 1-10 overall. Of course, our girls program, we'll talk about that at halftime, and the Blue Devil girls and the rest of this week. So, and we had a chance to talk to Coach Douglas here before the ball game. Well, let's go ahead and take it to him. And welcome back to the pregame show, powered by Cunis Honda and Cunis Hyundai, and with me, head coach of the Blue Devils, Andy Douglas. And Coach, we had a good weekend there. We had East St. Louis at home. We had senior night, and then we turned around East Moline at home. East St. Louis then on Saturday in our last shootout. So we swept all them. So pretty good weekend.
Oh, it was a really good weekend. You know, our guys started it out on the right foot, you know, concentrating on UT and what we needed to do to pull out the conference win and, you know, to have a quick turnaround like we did, which we're kind of used to in some of these shootouts, but quick turnaround and be able to attack, you know, a really good East St. Louis team. The guys played really well.
Hopefully East Moline plays well tonight. They got Rocky, and that'd be nice to have them do a bump there. So East St. Louis on Saturday. Great matchup there. Was at our fourth shootout in here. A monster game out of Keyshawn. 28 points, 20 rebounds. Overall, team-wise, played pretty good.
Yeah, they really did. You know, we started off not necessarily on the right foot with the technical foul. Apparently, it was the only shootout that players weren't allowed to dunk in. We found that out early. So, you know, we didn't have the referees on our side early on in the game, picked up a couple technicals less than, you know, that one, and then one within 10 seconds, 20 seconds of the game. And I thought our guys did a really good job of adjusting, adapting to some of the calls that were made, and you know, and finding a way to overcome that. You know, it wasn't a time for them to whine and, you know, put palms up and question everything. It was just, hey, we got to go to work. We got to adjust. We got to go to work. And you know, again, that shows the maturity that this group has. You know, talking to them afterwards, it's something last year that I know for a fact we didn't have when we saw things like that take place, and they did a really good job of focusing in, and, you know, guys played really well, handled pressure really well, rebounded the ball extremely well, led by Keyshawn inside, but, you know, everybody played well.
And, of course, you're going to have to be ready for that kind of stuff in the postseason because it's going to get physical. You're going to get calls maybe against you. And I'm glad you brought that up because Coach Byrne and I were biking today, and he said, what happened in that game? It was a scoreboard technical. He says, was it dunking? And I said, well, it can't be. They allow people to dunk.
Yeah.
And then he mentioned the double technical early, and I went, wait a minute. We had one of those early in the season. You come in and you say something to the guys and say, we'll break it up. To put a technical, always silly. But I'm glad they bounced back from that.
No, they really did. And, again, it was a hard-fought game. We didn't want that to be the end all. Told them after the first technical, we didn't come all that way to win by 2 anyway. So, guys played extremely well and found a way to pull it out.
And by the way, we were a little far away from our record of technicals like in Washington.
Yeah, no, we got to stay away from that.
All right, we got Alleman Catholic tonight, playing much better. I didn't realize the Autry kid had 17. Those are freshmen and sophomore, but we played good too up there. I mean, even though they're down, we really put a pretty good game together.
Yeah, and we're going to have to again tonight. This is another game where it's trying to get these guys to understand we're not. Yesterday we weren't practicing necessarily for Alleman. Our practice is more for Friday night's game against Moline at Moline. So this is a game where obviously we're facing Alleman, but this is a game where we can't take them lightly. We can't come out and make it a sloppy game. We got to make sure that we're taking steps in the right direction on offense, not letting it get sloppy, and then defensively doing our job as well. And sometimes bad habits can be created in games like this, so we want to stay as far away from that as possible. But I think this group is, they were focused in yesterday. I know they'll be focused in, ready to go tonight.
Somewhere in there, I think you were trying to say taking care of business.
Yeah, we got to take care of business, and doing it at home is huge, especially in conference play. And we're at the top right now. We want to make sure we stay there.
Good luck tonight. We'll catch you in the postgame.
All right, thank you.
And that's Andy Douglas. And, of course, this is powered by Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai. Up next, the Blue Devils and the Pioneers right here on MechaSportsCo.com. And we thank Coach there for joining us there in the pregame show. As we talked about a great weekend there for the Blue Devils. Now it's a great week that you got to do. You got 3 games this week. You got your first one, of course, your home game, one of the last 2 home games here. Next week against Rocky will be the last game on Tuesday night. And then you head Friday to Moline. You beat them down here. Now, great play late in the third and fourth quarter with a 17-point victory. You got those guys. And then you go over to the bowl on Saturday night. Now, Jacksonville may be down a little bit. But still, as we always talk, Coach and I, you got to take care of your business. And then you turn around, and next week it's Tuesday, Thursday, Rocky. We had the snow out, or whatever you want to call it, icy cancellation there on the same week as Moline. And so on Tuesday night, Rocky will come here, and then on Thursday, we will travel up at the Rock Garden. So that's next week's action, and we're also seeing next week the girls in postseason play. On Monday, the girls will be down in O'Fallon Regional, and they will take on Belleville East on Monday. So Monday's the girls in the postseason, Tuesday's Rocky, Wednesday's off, and Thursday's up in the air because we may have the girls in the championship of the O'Fallon Regional. And with that, the Devils, if they take care of business on that Tuesday, they may have the conference, at least a tie, tied up. So we're going to have to flip a coin and decide where we're heading. I got a feeling we're going to do some postseason action there. Well, looking around tonight at the Western Big Six, of course, Alleman is here. The Rock Garden has East Moline coming tonight. That's the one matchup tonight. It's a good matchup. If Rocky would lose that one, that'll be a little bit better for us coming into next week. But we don't want it. And again, we don't want someone else to win. I think the Devils and Coach Douglas want to do it themselves. We'll take on Rocky. We'll play the games. And as Coach always said, when Lucas Austin was not here for Sterling in there, we want to play the best teams and their best lineup out here every night in, night out. And that's the same way as all the shootouts. Great season here for the Devils. But also Geneseo, they're hosting Moline tonight. Sean Taylor and the group up there in Geneseo. And Galesburg is hosting Sterling. That leaves 3 weeks left, folks. Of course, for Quincy, it's Moline, Rocky, Rocky. All 3 good games. Looking down, Rocky has Alleman and then us both times, so they've got 2 tough games in there. And Moline, other than us, they will have East Moline, which could pull off a victory there on that last game as well. And, of course, Rocky's got 2, Quincy's got 2 extra at the end. East Moline and Geneseo, they'll also make games up on that Thursday next week on February 15th, day after Valentine's Day. You've got 1 week to get out there and get your Valentine. So, and that was kind of interesting. All the shootouts allow you to dunk, and that's the one shootout that didn't allow you, and no one said anything beforehand, so you got caught. Looking up here in the lineup out here, I saw that Camden Brown is in his sweats, so he is not playing. Not sure if he's got a slight injury or if the dunk and the technical was a rule that he has to sit the next game. Either way, we can do without him tonight, and then he'll be right back here for Friday and Saturday night at Moline and, of course, at Jacksonville, the Bowl. So good stuff here at Blue Devils and the Pioneers. And tonight was Educator Appreciation Night, so before the ball game, every player came out with their favorite teacher, stood in line. That was awesome. Recognized a few of them out there, and we thank all the educators out there for what you do all throughout the year. We're bringing up our young, not our players, but our young student athletes and our students, and it's kind of neat that they come out and appreciate your favorite teacher. You get to find out, who had you and really liked you. And again, it's a set for the future as well. That's really the big issue when you talk about teaching and coaching in that. We're trying to improve these kids' lives, and it should get them ready for a career in the future. So, and it's always neat to watch kids come back years later and come back to a coach or a teacher and basically say thank you. And this is one way the schools have been doing this. So good stuff. And, of course, tomorrow night for the Quincy High girls game, it'll be against Hannibal. We'll have senior night on there, so we'll be honoring those seniors. Got to think Bree Leonard, Leah Chevalier, Taylor Foey. Got to think what my other seniors are. Jasmine Lewis. I believe there are 5 of them out there. And off the top of my head, I'm losing one there. And I guess there is only 4. That's pretty good stuff there when you're looking down. So here we go tonight. Blue Devils and Alleman got to take care of business here and get ready for the postseason action. Of course, this Thursday, we'll get the seeds for both 4A, 3A, 2A, and 1A. So Notre Dame and the Blue Devils will get their seeds of where they're at. And then on Friday, we'll get the brackets as to where they will play and who they got. So Devils should get a number 1 seed. Raiders might be in the middle of the pack. Good stuff. Of course, the Blue Devil girls took a 3rd seed. We expected that. Alton's number 1. Number 2 is O'Fallon. Number 3 is us. And Alton lost the other night to Lincoln. Lincoln stays undefeated at 30-0, beating Alton for their 2nd loss. Their first loss was to, I believe it was up in maybe Green Bay. Green Bay, Notre Dame, up in Wisconsin was their only loss so far. Now we're going to have a moment of silence here for Richard Dick Thompson, longtime educator, athlete, official, and friend. Love the Thompson family. Of course, Dick and Mary, with sons Tony, Tim, Terry, Lynn, and Todd rounds out their family. So, speaking a little quieter as I'm trying to listen to Mr. Snyder out here. Dick was born on January 7th, 1935. Passed away on Friday, as we found out on Saturday. Also, while we're talking about that, we also send our condolences to, well, not condolences because she's not gone yet, but Becky, she did Becky Berger's mom, Becky Gingenbacher. And then also Ryan Buxman, Jason Buxman, of course. Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai, the general manager. And after that moment of silence there, we'll finish that. That's Jason Buxman's brother, Ryan Buxman, passed away this week as well. So our thoughts and prayers out to the Buxman family. And, of course, like Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai, faith, family, and giving back. And now time for our national anthem. And there's your national anthem, brought to you by the Quincy Band. Great job out there. So there's Lee Fonza. Starting lineups to be announced now. First of all, for the Pioneers, they come in 3-21, 1-10. They'll start number 2, Gavin Aubrey. He had 17 points up at Don Morris Gymnasium. He is a junior, 6'3". Ryan Schmidt wears number 3. He's a senior at 5'10". DJ Baker wears number 5. He is a junior, 6'3". Daniel Vandeheed, a senior, 6'2". And rounding out the starting lineup, a sophomore at 6 foot, number 32, Gavin Wilburn. And, of course, Scott Morrell, the coach for Alleman. They'll be in their green road uniforms, a little black and white on the back. Patrick Lutens, Tim Forey, Nate Pollock, Greg Thorpe, and Brendan Hurd helping out with the Alleman team. Now I'm going to quiet down while we wait for Nate Hessler to come out with the Devil and the usual show out here, and then we'll give you the lineup for the Quincy High Blue Devils. Here's our starting lineup. Senior number 3, 5'10", Ralph Wires. Heads the point, leads the team in charges and steals. Tyler Sprick, number 15, or 10, excuse me. He's a senior, 6'3", does the little stuff. Nice shot from outside. Number 12, Bradley Loncourt III. He's a junior at 6'4", leading the team in scoring. As he's averaging 15.6. He's leading the team with assists too, is 63. We've got Don Clay, number 14, in the lineup. For Camden Brown, he's a 6'3" junior. And then in the big man inside, number 42, 6'6", Keyshawn Thomas. Thomas with a big game. And, of course, Thomas averaging 12.9 and 7.4 boards per game. He's been playing like a man. Getting ready for that postseason. Fans are up. Fans are ready to rock and roll. And so are we here at MeccaSportsCo.com. Jeff Wellman with you solo tonight. Coach Pettit will join us on Thursday and Friday. Tomorrow night I'll be over at Quincy High Girls Gym. They will take on the Hannibal Pirates. Senior night across the way. Dom Clay will jump. Actually, he's going to let Keyshawn. Now Keyshawn will come in there after they discuss who's going to take it. And we are ready. Devils in their home white trimmed in blue. Jump is ready to head up. Inside is DJ Baker for Alleman. Tips up. Alleman gets the tip. They head the other way, right side. Taking it down to the baseline's Aubrey. Kicks it back out. Devils steal it. Here's Sprick. Down to Wires. Wires in. And we're going to have a free throw. 12 seconds into the game. Wires will shoot 2. And our foul will go against Alleman, number 5, DJ Baker. And obviously his first, the team's first, and the game's first. Devils on the season shooting 74% from the charity stripe as a team. Shooting high 50s from 2-point. I believe 40 from 3-point. I'll double check that. I put my book away as Wires hits the first. And it's our first points of the ball game. Devils at Don Morris played very good basketball. And even though they knew it was going to be a win, they really, from number 1 all the way down to number 15 or 14, I guess, took care of business. Second one for Wires. Rattles in and out. Rebound, Alleman. With the rebound was Aubrey. Devils drop back into half court. Devils playing a lot more man-to-man. Thomas is out high as he's taking on Schmidt. Right side into the corner after Wilburn touches it. Back to the top. Left side after Baker made a pass. Bradley Loncor playing D. Bounce pass inside. Errant. Gavin Wilburn had it, bounced it in, thought he had a backdoor cut. Ball out of bounds. Devils with the basketball. Tuesday night hoops. Get this one in. We got school tomorrow. Good crowd for a Tuesday night and for Alleman, seeing that they're down. Devils know that there are only 2 games left, so the fans are needing to come out, and they do. At the top, Sprick passes the 3. 2 more passes. Left corner, no good. BL3, but jumping up high was Sprick. He sends the rebound out to the right corner, and Ralph Wires hits a 3. One extra pass out there as he threw the ball in. Sprick could have went right back up, saw Ralph out in the right corner, and 1 minute into the game, 4-0 Blue Devils. Olive with the basketball in the half-court set, works the left side. Clay playing on that side, knocking the ball away because Van de Vliet, and takes the ball away. All the way in, gets a little bump, and Van de Heed will commit the foul, his first, second for Alleman. Dom Clay to head to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Coach Penn will be happy about that. He always loves to see free throws versus 3-pointers taken and to get a good balance and make sure you're taking it to the hole. Devils have so far. And a minute 16 into the ball game, they've been at the line for 4 free throws. Dom misses the first one. Ralph made his first, missed his second, so I'm expecting Dom to make this one. And he does. And if he came out early, oh, if there's something still left, FFA had pulled pork for the dinner tonight. I think Bruce Tersteggy still may be there eating. In the backcourt, Loncor almost took the ball away. And coach wants to call out, Morrell wants to call a timeout. Alleman was having a tough time getting the ball down the court. He was a little worried about getting a 10-second call. So it's 6:35 left in the first. We'll take our first break here. Quincy up 5-0. It's Blue Devil basketball on MeccaSportsCo.com. And the band plays Kansas, Carry On, Wayward Son. Notre Dame does a good job of that. They've been playing it since the 70s when that song came out, that album. Back to action here. Alleman, double team. Longcore and Thomas. Good job there. Clay takes the away. Longcore in, count it, and it's an and one. Devils have gotten to the line. Longcore with the bucket. He got bumped, so the Devils have taken 3 in a row to the basket. On this one, it'll be a 2-and-1. Good job by Bradley with a little hesitation there. Foul on number 32. That was Wilburn. His first, third against Alleman. Devils with no fouls yet. Early in the ball game, 6:24 left. First quarter action. As we mentioned in the pregame, Thursday we'll find out for the boys where the seeds are, and then Friday you find the brackets. Longcore misses. Wires knocks the ball away from DJ Baker, but Wilburn gets it for Alleman. In the backcourt, Wilburn with the ball. Cross court to Schmidt. Good beat. They beat it quite well there. Aubrey on the left side. Good ball movement from Alleman Catholic. Left side Schmidt. He's got Clay on him. To the left 45. That's the left wing. Keyshawn Thomas comes out. Van de Heed with it. Van de Heed works, takes the three-pointer. No good. Goes into the corner, fighting the ball. Longcore takes it away. Also down there with it was Aubrey. In transition. In the right corner. Good pass. Oh, and a great job there. Thomas with a pass to Sprick, who cut from the right wing. Little give and go. Sprick's ball bounced out. Alleman got the rebound. And now a steal by Sprick in the backcourt. Here comes Longcore. Oh, and a great look there. In the right corner was Clay. Ralph came down, missed the shot, though, and then got his rebound and got a putback, so Ralph gets an offensive board on that one. And the bucket, 9-0, 5:20 left, first quarter action. Devils picking up at half court. Wilburn with Clay on him. Now Clay comes over for a double team against Aubrey. Aubrey dribbled out of it. Into the right corner, DJ Baker. He's got a three-pointer. Long into the other corner. Thomas had the ball, saved it, into Longcore. In transition. Good idea there. Sprick was on the left wing. I think coach wanted him to shoot it, but Thomas or Clay was open on the right corner. He tried to zip one in there. Good save by Alleman, but when he threw the ball back, it hit the back of the backboard. So Devils will have the ball on the baseline. Tyler Sprick will trigger it. In the paint, Thomas with Clay in front of him. Lobs it out to Clay at the free throw line. He looked for a little high-low. Now Ralph will take it from the left wing down in the short corner. Great job there by Thomas. Thomas was in the short corner on the left side. Wires made a break to the basket. Thomas gets the assist and wires the basket. Wires has 8 points of the 11 by the Devils, who lead 11-0. Clay picking up. Both Longcore and Clay were looking at a trap right in front of the scoring table. Bradley jumped up, kicked out. That's a kick ball, so Alleman will trigger right in front of the scoring table. Nice moment of silence here for Dick Thompson. What a great guy. Words cannot say enough about Richard Thompson. I was fortunate enough not only to be great friends with Terry, but Dick and I had him as my coach, Quincy College basketball for the women. I had him for a referee. Fast pitch softball I played, and of course talked about all his great years. Back to the top of the key. Went goes right side. Baker sips it back to the left side to Schmidt. Wilburn off the left wing. Sprick stops him. Almost takes the ball away at the left elbow. Into the left corner. Ralph got up a little high. On the dribble, Domke takes it away. Here comes Clay. Clay, a nice little shuffle on the side, and Longcore is going to get another chance at an and one. Give Clay the assist. Dom came down and shuffled right at the waist when the defense came out. Longcore with the bucket. And another foul. Baker's going to check out. That was Baker's second foul. He wears number 5. The fourth team foul with 4 minutes exactly. Zero's up on the board, 4-0-0. Also a 0 for Alleman. Free throw is good, so the and one for Longcore is good on this one. Devils right now 3 out of 6 from the charity stripe. 14-0, inside 4. Alleman with the basketball. Left wing, Van de Heed brings it over to the right side, Wilburn. Wilburn will come back up top. Wentz got the basketball. Again, the Alleman are green with black, all green. And here, Longcore with a steal. Longcore tried to spin and get the pass out. It was taken away. Dom Clay has a blocked shot, but they'll call a foul. And with that, Gavin Wilburn will go to the line for the first free throws for Alleman. Dom Clay, the first foul against the Devils. 3:30 left here, 14-0. Wilburn, an opportunity to break that 0 up on the board. And he does, hits the first one. Devils open up with a 14-point run, finally answered. Substitution back in the ball game, or actually in the ball game. Adam Van Mingham. He waits for the shooter. 2 shots, he'd be coming in otherwise. Thomas gets a break, and so does Wires. Second free throw is good. 2 for 2 by Wilburn. He will take a break. Went stays in the ball game, as well as Schmidt, Aubrey, Van de Heed, and of course our the new player there. Mark Louthan checks in for the Blue Devils. Ball bounced in to him, lost it through his legs, and here comes Alleman. Cameron Wires also checking in, so Cameron Wires, Dom Clay, Mark Louthan, Tyler Sprick, and BL3 in the lineup. BL3 gets the ball back by half court. It was an errant pass. He's at the top of the key. In the half-court set, Wires in the corner. Dom Clay pulls for 3. Good! Dom Clay hits the 3 from the left corner. Good ball movement there from Loncourt to Cameron Wires. Wires gets the assist. Cameron Wires with a steal. Behind the back, first of all. Gives it to Dom Clay, who throws it down with 2 hands. Clay with a big-time dunk there. Give another assist to Wires. 18-2. Devils with the lead. Check that, 19. I forgot that was a 3-pointer over there by Clay. 2:30 left in the first quarter. Trying to shortchange Dom a little bit there. And a nice move there. Devils are taking it to the hole. Alleman just not getting back. 3-pointer on the other side. I didn't catch who that was. I'm going to have to give it to Aubrey. He was in that general area. Devils in the half-court set. Right wing, good. BL3 hits another 3, or hits a 3. His other one was a blue-collar 3. Devils 22-5, 2 minutes left first quarter action. Lighten it up. Devils got 1, 2, 3 trays. They've had a chance at 2 and 1s. Made 1, missed 1, so a 3-pointer there. Went at the top. He goes left wing. Aubrey takes the shot. Aubrey misses the 3. Loncourt and Wires are there. Loncourt takes it. 3-on-2. This side. Clay throws it down with another hand. One-handed. Clay came down from the left side. Looked like he was just going to shoot a layup. And Dom stretches out. Good dunks. Weak side. Alleman does a great job of keeping that ball alive. And then a 3-pointer out there by Went off the left side. 24-8. 1:20 left. Devils throw the ball away. Isaiah Talton in as Dom Clay gets a break. Clay getting the start. He has 8 points. Loncourt has 8 points. And Wires has 8 points. So 8, 8, 8, that makes 24. 24-8. Jeff Wellman here doing your math for you tonight. Should. It's teacher appreciation or educator appreciation. Devils staying in the man-to-man, right side. Van Meegen comes around into the left corner. Back out, trying to drive to the hole. They'll kick it back out to Aubrey. Man-to-man still coming from the Devils. Louthan on him. Aubrey takes it down to the corner. Kicks back out. Wilburn with ball. Actually, Van de Heed. Inside, shot no good. Rebound there by BL3. Here come the Devils inside. 1 minute left in the first quarter action. Louthan getting posted up. Spending some time in the paint. Now he gets out. Left side Sprick back to Loncourt. BL3. He hits Talton. Talton in the right corner. Talton misses a 3. Weak side rebound, Tyler Sprick. He throws it back out to the top of the key, and BL3 drills a 3 at the top of the key. Nice ball movement after Sprick got the offensive rebound. 20 seconds left, 27-8. Alleman in the half-court set. Aubrey back to the top. That is Van Meegen. Meegen keeps it on the left side. Hands out there to Wilburn. Wilburn still on the left side. Back to Went, down to 3 seconds. Went's going to have to throw one up. It's partially blocked there by Cameron Wires. And 8 minutes is over here at Blue Devil Gymnasium. After 1, it's the Quincy High Blue Devils 27, the Alleman Catholic Pioneers 8. And this is Jeff Wellman and Blue Devil Basketball on MeccaSportsCo.com. Back here at Blue Devil Gymnasium. Good first quarter for the Devils. Blade lead in this one 27-8. Opened up with 14 straight points. Took it to the hole early, too, as Don Clay and Ralph Wires both had 2-shot free throws to start off, taking it to the hole. Then Longcourt took it to the hole twice in a row. And one, missed the first and one. The second one he did for a 3. And then Don Clay, Wires, and 2 for Longcourt, 4 3-pointers in the first quarter. Look for a lot of substitution this game, a lot of the guys to get playing time, but at the same time, you still got to take it serious. Conference game and getting ready for the postseason. So got to get some minutes and keep running, because we've got Friday with Moline at Wharton Fieldhouse, and then Saturday we turn around and play at the Bowl in Jacksonville. Devils will start off in the second quarter. Cameron Wires, Isaiah Talton, Tyler Sprick, Mark Louthan, and Bradley Longcourt III. Left corner, Talton. Back out to Sprick. Louthan getting big inside. Ball goes around the perimeter to the right side. Louthan did a great job of posting up, but they're going to say he actually had an offensive foul there. I guess trying to wrap up. I did not see it. Not that I didn't see it and disagree. I just didn't see it. I wasn't looking into the paint. I was on the perimeter. 7:45 for halftime as we just start the second quarter. Devils 27-8. Putting a little full court pressure out there. Schmidt in the backcourt. Cameron Wires has him. It's across the timeline. Brings it out middle. Then Sprick just steps up and takes it away. Tyler Sprick in for the easy layup. Sprick in the scoring column. Devils up 29-8. Now a little three-quarter court man-to-man. Touch foul in the backcourt. Tyler Sprick is first. Devils first in the second quarter, as we've talked all year long about the new free throw rules. After 5, double bonus each quarter. Back to 0 after the quarter ends. Wires, Sprick, and BL3 in the backcourt. Alleman brings it into the front court, left side. Van de Heed tried to go inside, but BL3 was there with the steal. In transition, Cameron Wires passed up the 3. Now skips it across to BL3. He goes into the left corner. Sprick missed it. Check that, Talton missed it. Sprick got the rebound. Talton goes in after Sprick passes it. No good. Louthan had the rebound, but it was taken away by Schmidt. He brought it down to the guard. Alleman with the basketball in the half-court set. Driving hard off the left side, Schmidt. Van de Heed drives in. Van de Heed shot bounces off the iron a couple times and is good. His first bucket of the night. Ball out of bounds on the far side. Good crowd out there, right around Ori McGee in the front row. Bob Euchre must be in the front row. We'll get the crowd to do a check on you tonight when we get into this game as it goes along. Imagine it might be a running clock late in the fourth quarter. BL3 at the top. Comes around a screen. And now they call Louthan for an offensive foul again. Setting a screen for BL3. Mark his second of the second quarter against the Blue Devils. DJ Baker goes out on the other side. So Wendt, Van de Heed, Schmidt, Wilburn, and Autry, the lineup right now for Alleman Catholic. 6:20 and counting left second quarter action. Devils 29-10. Right side man-to-man, Talton. Doing a good job against Van de Heed. Into the right corner. Van de Heed now gets it on the block. And as he got down there ready to make a move, he traveled. So Blue Devil basketball with 6:08 left in the second quarter. Tyler Sprick and Cameron Wires going to take a seat. Ralph Wires back in as well as Dom Clay. BL3, Louthan, and Talton stay in the ball game. Can't wait till the postseason, and we'll have all that good stuff for you. Friday night, we'll be able to talk about it because we'll have the games and the brackets already there. Clay and Wires working on the wing in the corner. Wires takes the three-pointer from the left corner, no good. Rebounded by Van Meegen. Meegen gets into the front court, and Wires takes the ball away. Wires with a behind-the-back dribble in the backcourt. Now a no-look pass over to Lathan. Lathan on the right side for the layup. Give Ralph Wires the assist. Ralph with some fancy dribbling there across half court through 3 of the Pioneers. Schmidt across timeline, right side. Talton comes out to play D on Van de Heed. Ball gets reversed around the left side, Wilburn. Wilburn using that right hand. Didn't use his left much. Kind of seems like that was where he wants to go. Vandeheed turns around, 14-footer. Good shot there by Vandeheed. I don't think Talton thought he was going to shoot it once he had the D on him. Dropped his hands in transition. Talton, no three-pointer as he made a break to the basket. Looked at the three, then made a break. And the trail official called traveling call. The Devils with a few turnovers. Two of them there on Louthan. I'm not sure if he was moving on that offensive pick. Approaching 5 minutes left. 51, 31-12. Devils back in a half-court set. On defense, staying with that man-to-man. Driving to the basket, Aubrey. Great block there by Mark Louthan. Went up and capped the shot. Saved the ball when it was going out of bounds. But Alleman stepped up and Wilburn had it. Schmidt starts the drive, right side Vandeheed, into the right corner for the Pioneers. Back out on the side for Van Meegen. Ball works around pretty good down to the left corner. Trying to do something with his Schmidt down there. Has to bring it back out to Vandeheed. Devils keeping it on the perimeter. Van Meegen might have been the only guy. The shorter guy went down on the post for a little while. Aubrey on the right side as we approach 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Van Meegen with it with a left-hand dribble to the left side. He sets a screen then. Pass comes over to the right side. Devils keeping it on the perimeter. Aubrey takes it down to the right corner with the pass. Bringing it up with the dribble. Vandeheed had a look at a shot, then skips it to Wilburn in the left corner. Clay on him. And Clay's going to be called for a little bump there. And like we told Coach, as we talked about in the pregame, you got to make adjustments on those situations. Clay commits his second foul. Third team foul in the second quarter. Louthan comes out. Keyshawn Thomas in. Thomas, Talton, Clay, Cameron Wires, and BL3. Baseline for Alleman Catholic. Left side went. Back to the top of the key. Keyshawn has him. Pass DJ Baker back in the game. Triangle on the right side. Now bringing the dribble across is Van Meegen. Left side Aubrey. Aubrey brings the dribble up to the top of the key. He's right there in the Devil's ear to the left. Turnaround, three-point shot. Good. Jack went, turned, and shot. We didn't have time to get the hands up. He hits his second three. That's a third three by the Panthers. Check that, by the Pioneers. St. P. Talton goes inside to Thomas. He skips it over to the right side. Good shot there by Ralph Wires. Ralph hits a three-pointer. Give Keyshawn the assist. He was on the right block. Looked over his shoulder. Looks weak side, as Coach Pettit said. And he did. 3 minutes left, first quarter action. 34-15. DJ Baker getting double teamed. He gives it out to Went. Went drove all the way to the basket with a runner. Thomas with a rebound. Reaches over from Aubrey and just tips it away. Devils in the half-court set. BL3 skips it over the left wing in the corner. Three-pointer no good by Wires. Long rebound out front. BL3 gets it. Bradley brings it to the left side. Starts the drive. And we got a foul inside. Collapsing down was Aubrey. Also helping out was Went. We call him Went, number one. His first. And the first against the Pioneers in this quarter. Wilburn back in the ball game. Also Vandeheed, they were out briefly. Van Meegen and Aubrey take a break. Talton triggered it in on the baseline. Left side BL3. Bradley starts to make a drive. Pass to the right corner. Back out to the right wing. It went Talton to Wires. Over here to the left side. Three-pointer by Dom Clay, no good. Rebounded by Alleman. It was tipped away. And Went got the ball over here to Schmidt. Schmidt started to make a move, and there was defense just passively, and he traveled. So with 2:22, room 222, Devils get the basketball back. Up 34-15. Stick around at halftime. We'll talk about our action coming up. Ball handed in to Thomas, but Thomas lost the handle on it. Thomas is telling Cameron, throw the ball up, don't throw it down. And a turnover, Alleman Catholic with it. Schmidt left side. Went over to the left wing. Driving is Vandeheed. He gets down to the baseline, short corner. Stopped there by Talton. He gets now about 8 feet away. His shot is no good. And we've got a foul inside. Might be on the shot. If so, DJ Baker is going to shoot two for Alleman. We'll check who the Blue Devil foul is on. 42, Keyshawn Thomas. Thomas is first. Devils fourth in the second quarter. with 2:02. Only 20 seconds have gone off in that last transition up and down. At the line is DJ Baker. Baker has not shot yet tonight, or at least from the free throw line. Baker's first is no good. First quarter, Wilburn hit 2 free throws. Aubrey and Went hit 3s, and then Went hit a 3 in the second quarter. Went taking a seat. Van Meegen back in the ball game. DJ Baker with 1 shot. And Baker hits the second of 2. Devils with only 7 points so far in this quarter. Actually being outscored 8-7 in the second quarter. Still up 34-16. Cameron Wires on the right side. Hands it off to Talton on the wing. Back to the top of the key to Clay. Left side Wires. Wires passed up the 3 and then took a drive to the hole and called for traveling. Consistency from the same official crew. That's making the same call. Devils now going to pick up at half court. Schmidt dribbles the ball down. We're inside 2 minutes here. First half action from Blue Devil Gymnasium. Left side Van Meegen. He's got Wires on him. Vandermeed hands off. Everybody's all out there at the top of the key. Aubrey with it. Works on Talton. 4 on the perimeter. Actually 5 on the perimeter. They'll flash a guy down low and maybe up high as everything's outside. Van Meegen starts to drive. Nope, it's not there. Good job by Cameron Wires. Back out Vandermeed. Keyshawn did not let him go anywhere. Talton in the left corner. Nobody goes there. And now here's a steal from Dom Clay. Dom going to go up and dunk it again. Dom Clay has 3 dunks in this ball game. A 2-hand dunk to start off. He threw down a 1-hand tomahawk, and that one came from the side with a 1-hand dunk. Getting them all in there. Good job there, Dom. Inside a minute, 36-16. Van Meegen drives. Whoa, Cameron Wires took the ball away from him. Cameron's going to hand the ball to the official. Cameron's first foul, the 5th foul against the Devils. So we got 2 shots here. Cameron's asking what to do. He said, I thought I just took the ball. Oh, Ralph's actually asking. Van Meegen at the line to shoot 2. I think Ralph's, are you sure? I thought that was a pretty good steal. Both the Wires in right now. First free throw in and out. Clay, Thomas, and Talton rounds it out on the front line. Van Meegen misses the first. He'll have 1 more. 3 out of 5 so far in this ballgame from the charity stripe for Alleman. Second one is good. Last 2 free throws, 2 pair. They made the second. 49 seconds as Cameron Wires, 2 guard front on the 1-2-2 out front defensively. Schmidt at the point. Bounces the ball inside to Thomas. Thomas just makes his way and makes room. I don't think Vanderheed was expecting Thomas to take the ball to the hole from the corner. And Keyshawn will go to the line to shoot 2. Vanderheed his second. Second for the Pioneers. Devils with 5, the rest of this 37.5. And Keyshawn with his first points of the ball game. Got his rebounds, doing his job early, but wasn't necessary as Clay, Longcore, and Wires got out on fast breaks and then hit the 3s as well. Keyshawn will have 1 more free throw. 37.5. 37's on the board. Now 38's on the board for the Devils. He's 2 for 2 tonight from the charity stripe. Devils come out 3-quarter court, put a little passive pressure against the Pioneers. Schmidt across the timeline. He wears number 3. Left-hand dribble out by half court. He'll set it to the left side. Cameron pushes him to Went. Went will get the ball. DJ Baker has it. Back out to Went, but Went had it stolen. Ralph Wires. Good job by Ralph. He passes the ball out to Cameron. Cameron up, under, no good. Keyshawn, jump ball. Keyshawn wanted to put it still. And Ralph came down. He had 3-on-1, 3-on-2 maybe, and Dom was looking for it to go up. Ralph didn't throw the ball up. He threw it behind Dom. Dom was looking for dunk number 4. So a turnover for the Devils. 7.8 seconds left in the first half. 38-17. Devils putting pressure. Here's Cameron Wires with a steal. 3 seconds. And a foul on the ground. Ryan Schmidt will commit his first. Team foul number 3. Devils will have the basketball on the side with 2.1 seconds left in the second quarter and the first half. Cameron to trigger. Clay comes this way. Clay turns. Clay shoots a three. Craig was trying to get the three-point shot from the charity stripe as Wilburn came out. Dom thought maybe he got fouled, but no call, and we have played 16 minutes at Blue Devil Gymnasium. It's the Blue Devils 38, the Pioneers 17. And, of course, you're listening to Blue Devil Basketball, Western Big Six style on mechasportsco.com. Pom-Pom squad's going to perform here. Hey, we're going to talk about how about that wrestling team. Coach Neely last week with a good performance as they had the regionals here in Quincy over at Quincy High's Gymnasium. And then this weekend it will be here at Blue Devil Gymnasium for the sectionals. And advancing for the Blue Devils at 113, it'll be Hugh Sherrill. I just wonder if that was Sparrow, but I'm going to say Sherrill. At 120, Wyatt Boeing. At 126, Evan Wakefield. By the way, Sparrow got third, Boeing got second, Wakefield got second in the regionals. 132, Cooper Cam with a third. Cale Mixer at 138 got fourth. At 144, Brody Baker got second. At 150 pounds, Eli Roberts was the champion. Gunnar Durhickey got fourth at the 157. Hey, how about the 165? Owen Uppinghouse, champion, not lost a match all season long. Only 2 matches he lost last year. Briar Newbold, the other senior out there, he was a champion at 175. At 190, Alex Wells took fourth. At 215, Dalton Mays took fourth. And at 285, the big boy in the heavyweight, Todd Smith, took second. Congratulations to Coach Neely and the Blue Devil wrestlers, and good luck to them next week here at the sectionals. Now off to the Pom-Pom squad. Wow, there's a quick routine, but appreciate it. The Pom-Pom squad as they're heading out there, waving in the hallway as they're called out. Halftime is over, or not over, it's just beginning. And the Blue Devils, with a 38-17 lead, took the first 17 points, check that, 14 points of the first quarter. After the first quarter, they were up 27-8. That's the Blue Devils. Second quarter, Devils still won the quarter, but only 11-9. And with that, Alleman got some threes from outside. They lit it up outside. And Mr. Hansen there, checking it out. He's getting out here early after halftime and seeing the Pom-Pom squad. Frank Cash is in the building tonight, as he's had a great year here with Quincy High. He's had a chance to be all over the place, but last year he came in here, so we'll see how many more years he's got left. Looking up at the future schedule for Mecca Sports and the Blue Devils for that matter. We talked about tonight, and of course we'll try to check in, find out what the Q&D Raiders are doing at the pit. They're taking on Unity tonight. Unity just beat Central, so that'll be a good ball game. Tomorrow night we will be at Quincy High's gym. It'll be senior night. That's a game that got moved from Tuesday to Wednesday. It was scheduled for tonight. They got to thinking about it, I think, and they looked at Educator Night and said, if we're going to honor the seniors, let's do it on a separate night. So tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, Hannibal Pirates will come in. Quincy High will be back at their normal gymnasium, and that'll be tomorrow night. Then on Thursday and Friday, it's trips to Wharton Fieldhouse. Thursday night, it's Moline, the girls. Friday night, it's Moline, the Maroons, the boys. And then, of course, Saturday night, it's back across at Jacksonville at the Bowl. That night, also, QND will be playing Rushville. And on Friday night, the only game for the QND Lady Raiders, and they're at Jeff City, Elias, before they start their 3A run. They got moved up from 2A to 3A this season. So, and as we look down the road here at the conference games on Friday, Quincy will travel to Moline. Sterling will host East Moline. Alleman will host Rock Island. And Galesburg will host Geneseo. And then only one more week and 2 more games. That's on Tuesday and Thursday, with only Quincy, Rocky, East Moline, and Geneseo on that Thursday makeups on Thursday the 15th of February. Leading the way so far in the scoring, we mentioned the first quarter was 8, 8, 8, and an extra 3. That extra 3, I believe, was Longcourt on that. Ralph Wires had 8. Bradley had 8 before he hit the 3, which gave him 11. And then Don Clay had 8 as well. And that was your scoring in the first quarter. Second quarter, 5 different guys scored. Finally, Keyshawn got in the scoring column with a couple free throws. Louthan came in with a bucket. Don Clay hits another bucket to get him up to 10 points. Sprick hit a side little jumper for 2. And Ralph Wires hits his second 3. He's got 11. Stick around the post-game show. Of course, we'll break it down for you here, and we'll talk to Coach. Of course, his comments are powered by Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai, faith, family, and giving back. Little band time. Band doing a little jamming there, and while they have a quick break on the girls' side, conference-wise right now, after East Moline beat Quincy, they will be the outright champions in the Western Big Six, 12-1 right now. And by the way, Awu, she can play Division I. I was kind of questioning that a little bit the other day, only because I thought she was slow of foot on defense, but great footwork around the post, great hands, and you can't teach the 5'5" girl to play 6'5". So. And actually talking to Coach afterwards, he had mentioned that they basically made room to fit her in, and they've got like the number 2 point guard in the nation. So she'll be fine out there, and we won't have to see her anymore. That's a good thing here at Quincy High. Of course, Taylor Foley will be graduating as well. The 4 seniors tomorrow night will be honored, as we honored the educators today, educator awareness tonight. Halftime, it's 2 minutes left in the halftime. We're going to go back to some music for you from the Quincy High Band. Devils were jamming at halftime. I better bring that down a little bit. Greg Howell, I believe, was here. Greg, I met him at the State Farm years ago. He does the Illinois State Women. He is the announcer there on the radio. And then he comes down in the Western Big Six. He made the trip over tonight for Alleman. Always great to see Greg. Took a picture of there. I'll have it online there, and so you can see what he looks like. Always good to see those guys. Tim over at Springfield. All the guys, Brad and Joe and Danny and all in the Western Big Six. Starting to get a little relationship with all these guys. It's a lot of fun. Starting the second half, the Blue Devils will have the basketball. It'll be Sprick, BL3, Dom Clay, Ralph Wires, and Keyshawn Thomas the way we started the game. Devils lead 38-17. We'll check the other side as the Devils are in the half-court set. Thomas gets it on the block. Thomas makes a move. Thomas, whoa, man, almost a block shot there by Aubrey. Keyshawn will go to the line to shoot two. Keyshawn made a good move. Aubrey made a good defensive move. He just got behind him a little bit, and for the second half, he'll have the first foul. Keyshawn will go back to the line. Wilburn, Baker, back in the lineup, as well as Went. Van de Heed, as we mentioned, that was called on Aubrey. Trying to see my last guy down there. I believe that is the same starters. Schmidt, thank you. Second one missed, 1 out of 2. 39-17. Devils only shooting at 50% tonight from the line. Balls don't want to stay in. Top of the key, Wilburn hands it off to DJ Baker. Left side, Aubrey working against Sprick. Kicks it into the corner. Wilburn's trying to work against BL3. There's a backdoor cut, but then there's Tyler Sprick stealing it. Outlets the Wires. Ralph's going to go coast to coast. Minus about 15 feet. Good move by Ralph Wires for the bucket. Devils break into the 40s, 41-17. I'm sure Devils want to get out and put some good pressure on, get some steals, get some good looks, and then give the starters at some point, late in the third and early in the fourth, a break. Van de Heed, his shot from the left side, no good. Rebounded there by Dom Clay. Dom, crossover, up, under. Oh, and Dom does an acrobatic move. He did a crossover, really got himself caught about 5 feet out in front of the basket, couldn't get to the basket, and then an underhand finger roll, and it was good. Van de Heed commits the foul. That's his third. Second on Alleman. And for Dom, he'll get an and one. We had a couple of those in the first. Longcore made 1 out of 2. And Dom does complete this one. 44-17. One tick inside 7 minutes. Third quarter action. Jeff Wellman and a pretty decent gym of fans here at Blue Devil Gymnasium. Left side, Baker in the left corner went. He drives against Longcore, then picks it up. Ooh, he's in trouble down there. He gets it out to Baker, though. Baker sends it across to the right side. Keyshawn's outside the three-point line having to guard him. Keyshawn goes all the way out to half court to play some good D on Aubrey. Might be a 5-second call in a minute here. And instead, he's got him to dribble the ball off his knee in the corner. It was definitely going to get close to 5. Keyshawn played some pretty good defense there, moving his feet. Devils basketball. BL3 will bring the ball down. Ralph Wires in the right corner. Left corner, Dom Clay. In the left block, Keyshawn. Longcore and Sprick out high. Passes it off the Wire, skips it over left side to Sprick. Tyler started to drive, gets it out to Dom. He goes to the short corner. He was going to go inside to Thomas, but it was covered. So he goes into the right corner, and BL3 drills a 3. Give Dom the assist and a good look there. After he looked inside, Keyshawn was not open, and setting in the far corner was BL3 for 3. Inside 6 left in the third. Up by 30 now, 47-17. As we mentioned, that fourth quarter probably will zip by pretty fast. So we'll have to get some of those subs in the third quarter here. High post. Baker had the ball, almost had it taken away by Thomas. Baker will get it back out. Schmidt, he stopped at the free throw line. To the right side to Van de Heed. No shot there. A switch there. Dom Clay picks his man up. Went. Nice pass inside to Baker. Baker made a cut down to the right block. Nice bounce pass inside. And that will stop the 9-point run by the Blue Devils to start the third quarter off. Devils on the baseline. Oh, in the short corner, Keyshawn with a short hook from the short corner. Keyshawn with his first bucket on the night. Devils on defense. Oh, a nice shot from the Pioneer on the right side. Got to double check. I think it was Went. Sure enough. Devils waste no time. Tyler Sprick almost hits the shot from the left wing from behind the arc. It rattles in and rattles out. In transition, Schmidt pulls up from the free throw line for Alleman. No good. BL3 for the Devils with the rebound. Stops from 14. Nothing but net. BL3 so smooth with his moves. Since last year to this year, his moves and his change of pace have been so good. Change of direction, just headsy. 51-22. Here's Keyshawn with a steal. In the open court, left side Sprick. Skips it over to the right corner. Three-pointer, good. BL3 for another three. And I'll tell you what, when BL3 comes down and finds his spot, and like a lot of shooters, you trail, and then you find the wing or the corner and try to get lost. And I know that's kind of weird, but when we tell players, when you're running the court, sometimes you don't have to run out front. You got the trailer running out there, you got the break out there, then you got the first trailer, sometimes the second trailer. Well, as a shooter, find yourself that opposite side, and that's the second time the ball has worked from the left corner over to the right corner, and Bradley's been there. Nothing but net. That's his fourth conventional three. He's got the and one. Had 11 at the half. 19 right now as he's got 8 here in the third quarter. 54-22, 4:15 left third quarter. Same guys come out. Ralph Wires, BL3, Keyshawn, Thomas, Dom Clay, and Tyler Sprick. Ralph's going to pick up at half court. He'll pick Went up. Coming down to the left of him is Aubrey. Ball goes over to the right side. That's Van Meegen. DJ Baker sets up on the left wing. Van de Heed set up on the right side. And Aubrey was trying to make a move. Lost the handle of the ball. Right over there on the free throw line extended. Right in front of the fans. Kenny Holtz is over there. Well, his brother Bob's over here, so not sure if they're covering, the Holtz are covering both sides of the court. I know they get along. They're good friends. And they're brothers. Shout out to them. Substitution. Van de Heed comes out. So does Baker. Schmidt comes back into the ball game. And Wilburn does too for Alleman Catholic. At the top of the key, Keyshawn had the pass with the left-hand dribble, brings it over to Sprick. His pass to Wires on the right side. Man-to-man coming from both teams. Right corner, Dom misses the three. Keyshawn does a great job of tracking down the rebound and acrobatically falls to the floor but gets it to Wires. To Sprick in the left corner. His three no good. Good look, good extra shot there, good extra possession with the rebound. 3:30 and counting left third quarter action. At the top, Dom Clay on defense. Driving to the hole. Tyler Sprick with some help. Shot was taken, went to the weak side, off the glass. BL3 came away with it. Bradley, hesitate. Pass to the corner. Tyler Sprick didn't have it. BL3 comes back out to get it. Oh, and now BL3 just goes right down the lane. Nobody was there. Finger rolls it in. That's that hesitation. And the minute he hesitates, guys are moving. He sees a lane, and he takes it. 56-22. Good third quarter here by the Devils. Good first and second. Second quarter, of course, we only won 11-8. Got subs in there a little bit, and Alleman did a good job. Nice cut and a shot there taken by Went. He misses the shot. Good-looking shot, though. Keyshawn was down on the floor again. Aubrey or Wilburn last touched it for Alleman Catholic. So Keyshawn can get up and take a break because Mark Louthan's in. Ralph Wires takes a break as well as Dom Clay. Oh, no, Keyshawn's going to stay in. He was like, am I out? Clay and Wires, Cameron Wires. No, we do have 6 guys out there. Here goes Tyler Sprick. So Isaiah Talton is in with BL3 in the backcourt. Cameron Wires, Mark Louthan, and Keyshawn Thomas in the front court. Thomas is kind of laughing because he thought they told him he was out. And, of course, Coach Douglas up with his white pullover, double pullover. Wow, that pass from Talton. He hit Cale Eckhoff. Cale wasn't in the game. He was the last guy on the bench, and he turned, and there it was. Wearing kind of a dark gray slack there for Coach and the staff. Coach Pettit wants us to get a fashion statement sponsor there. We'll be looking at that. Approaching 2 minutes left, 2.5 left in the third quarter. Wilburn from the right side, his shot no good. It came right back, rebound, then send it out high. Missing that one was Aubrey from 3. Rebounding Cameron Wires. Wires in transition, good hesitation. Here we go in the right corner again. 3. This one's Keyshawn Thomas. Did the same thing. Brought all the defense right at you. Keyshawn floats down into the right corner. He hits a 3. 59-22. Devils on a 10-point unanswered run. They're not going to beat that 14 run at the beginning of the game. Well, maybe they will. Right side, no good. Shot was taken by Went. Thomas with the rebound. Outlet. Longcore for the layup. Bradley got his dunk a week or two ago. I think he looked at that one. Dom's got 3 tonight. Don't think he got that 4th. The two-hand dunk, the tomahawk dunk, and then the right-hand, one-hand dunk, kind of going to the baseline. Louthan playing some good D. Ball got kicked out. Van Meegen, his shot from 3, no good. Rebounded BL3. Down to 1:30 left in the third. Transition. Keyshawn passed the 3 up. Keyshawn goes to the hole. Oh, my. Keyshawn went to the hole and finger-rolled it and didn't get it over the iron. Misses that one. But a good move. Mark Louthan commits the foul on the rebound. For Mark Louthan, his 3rd foul. He got 2 quick ones in the first. One on a moving screen. Wasn't sure because I didn't see it. DJ Baker comes in for Aubrey. Van Meegen also checks out. Wilburn stays in along with Went. Vandy Heed coming down. And Schmidt for the Pioneers. Left side Baker. He's got Talton on him. Takes him top. Turns around. 10-footer. Whoa, nice shot there by DJ Baker. Baker's got 5 points in the ball game, and it stops the Devils' run at 9. 61-24. Turnaround right in front of the basket. Louthan shot no good, but a great tip. BL3 reaches out with the right hand and gets a tip. That was sweet there as the ball just came off the iron. In the backcourt, Keyshawn's having to play guard against Schmidt. Keyshawn, his 2nd foul. Keyshawn's going to get a break, and so's BL3. 2nd foul in the quarter. In the ball game, Seth Rupert. And also Ty Douglas in the ball game. Douglas and Rupert along with Talton, Cameron, and Isaiah Talton. Talton's playing defense with Baker. Baker pulls up 14, no good. Louthan with a good rebound. Outlets to Rupert. Rupert on the right wing. Used his dribble. He'll bring it back to Cameron Wires. Down to 33 seconds and counting in the 3rd quarter. Devils trying to keep it to 1. Starts to make a drive. Cameron Wires. Oh, and Wires goes through everybody. Ends up on the left side for a reverse left-hand layup. Nice move, Cameron. Inside 20 seconds. 65-24. Douglas comes up to the high post on Van de Heed. Also, Baker's on the high post. He makes a cut now. Oh, and Talton blocks the shot. Louthan and Rupert were all there. And Talton tried to get the last-second shot. He got to half court and went up in the air and then realized once he left his feet, he didn't have the strength to get the ball from half court to the basket. Doesn't matter, though. Rebound came to Alleman. No shot. And we played 3 here at Blue Devil Gymnasium. It's the Quincy High Blue Devils 65, the Alleman Catholic Pioneers 24. It's Blue Devil basketball, Western Big Six style on MeccaSportsCo.com. We're getting ready for the 4th quarter. Looking at who's in the house. Steve O'Quinn, a.k.a. Och. He is in the house. Och, a 76 graduate of the Blue Devils. Went to Culver Stockton. He was a defensive back on the football team as well as the kicker, and a darn good kicker as well. He's in the house. I think I saw Mr. Lepper. I saw Brennan Lepper. Of course, that's Coach and Mrs. Lepper's son. Here we are in the 4th quarter. Alleman will start it off. Devils have a 65-24 lead. Same guys who left the last quarter. Cameron Wires, Seth Rupert, Isaiah Talton, Ty Douglas, and Mark Louthan. And Alleman throws the ball away. Van de Heed, Wilborn, Schmidt, Baker, and Aubrey on the other side. I mean, I tell you what, Alleman's really improved this year, and I watched some good stuff from some of these guys. They're not seniors, so they might have a little bit of a future. Of course, the pandemic, we talked about how that ate them up, and Iowa did not get sucked in by the pandemic. Ty Douglas on the block. He kicks it back out after he's double teamed. Cameron's going to pull up. It's going to come up short. Wilburn from the weak side gets the rebound. Here comes Gavin down to the left corner. He'll back out. Baker drives in. Baker shot. Nice job there. Baker cleared himself out with his leg a little bit, but Mark Louthan reached up and blocked the shot. Good job. In the Devils' half-court set. 7 minutes left. Running clock, I'm sure, as we're up 41 points. Second quarter was a little spooky there. 38-17 is what we ended at the half. Louthan in the left corner. Aubrey guards him. Back to the top. Talton. Hesitation. Now he goes to the right corner. Cameron Wires will shoot a three. Good. Cameron's three. I thought for a minute there might have been a little bit more of a line drive. He needed a little more arch, but he's going to turn around and tell me, hey, it went in, and it did. 68-24, 6.5 left. Shout out to Larry O'Hara down in Texas. Keith Douglas up in Peoria. Of course, we give a shout out to the Thompsons on Sycamore Street. Terry's in town for Dad's funeral. Good job by Wilburn. He went for a reverse layup and scored. Nice job. Devils are on a little 7-point run there, leaving the third quarter, going into the fourth. Up to go in number 45, Will Otten-Thomas. And Wentz going to come back in as well. Rupert stops at the free throw line, gives it Douglas. Ty made a good move, and then he loses the ball right before he's ready to go up on the basket. But the ball goes to the corner, back out to Cameron. His shot was no good. Ty Douglas with a rebound. Cameron sees a lane, goes all the way with a little fake, brings it out to his left, and Cameron with a bucket. He's got 7. 70-26. 5:35 left. Stick around for the post-game show. And also, don't forget, Mecca Sports Co. loves to bring these games to you. You can get us at meccasportsco.com. You can get us at YouTube as Van de Heed commits a foul here, his 4th after he missed the shot. First in the fourth quarter. But you can also check us out on YouTube. It's just Mecca Sports Co. And make sure when you're there, subscribe so that you can be notified when the next games are coming up. That also gives Coach Pettit and his wife an opportunity to see how many people are out there. We like the likes. We like all the good stuff that's there. But don't forget to subscribe. It's meccasportsco.com. 70-26, clocks are running. We're inside 5 minutes left. It was quite interesting. Alleman got the basketball. Alleman, now I'm still confused. It might be, okay, it is Alleman basketball. No, it's Blue Devil, that's what I thought. And the Blue Devils, Alleman got it, and they started going to their basket, and the officials blew it and said, whoa, 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 what's up? So, from the left side, driving in to the left. Good job there. And that was Jarius Rice, as he just got in the ball game. Sorry about that, Jarius. I was taking a quick look. Inside the paint, no good. Good defense coming from the Devils. Rico Clay into the ball game. Oh, and that's a great pass. Rico went down low to Rupert. It comes back out to Rice. Rice drills a three-pointer with a left-hander. Nice shot, Jarius. He's got 5. Good pass by Rupert under the basket. Inside 4 minutes left. Cale Eckhoff also in the game. Cale and Seth Rupert at the guards. Rice, Rico, and also Trace is into the ball again. That's Trace Ruth. Wow, I'm not sure who shot that ball. It was a nice little shot. I'm going to give it to Went. I'll double check it when I get home. That breaks into the Devils' little run there again. Left side, Eckhoff, and Eckhoff hits 3. I'm going to tell you what, Cale is not afraid of it. In every game he's been in, he's come out and he's realized, hey, I got to put it up quick. And he's hit his shots. 78-29, approaching 3 minutes left. Rice and Eckhoff with them last baskets, looking good. Rupert gets the good job there on the pass earlier. Going to be 2 shots here as Rico Clay, his first foul. Devils' first foul of the fourth quarter. Devils really haven't had to foul much. Whoops, I almost gave that to Rice instead of Clay. Speaking of Rico, Dom fires up. 3 dunks tonight. Aubrey makes the first free throw. He'll get one more. Aubrey had 17 points at Don Morris. He had a 3-pointer in the first quarter. That's it. He's worked for his shots. Of course, the Devils' defense has probably stopped a lot of that. Gavin Aubrey has one more. Good. 2 for 2. Nice shots. Aubrey's going to take a seat into the ball game. I don't have a 55. I'll have to pull out the roster from the other one. Nobody at 55, even on the JV or the sophomore roster. So with that, with 2 minutes left, Devils lead 78-31. We'll give you our mystery man. There's always one out there. Eckhoff, hesitation. Dishes from 8 feet. Tried to get the ball inside to Rice. Ball was taken away. That was Otten Thomas with the hyphen. Here come the Pioneers. Left side. Little hesitation from Went. He kicks it out to the right. Back to the top of the key. Into the ball game for the first time. Ethan Greep. Greep has it. Down to the left corner. And not holding on was Aiden Anderson. 2 more substitutions in there. Andrew Amacher. As we try to check the second one out there. Number 50, Benjamin Tomez. Welcome to the game, guys. Left side, Eckhoff. To Rico Clay. We're down to 1 minute left in this ball game. Rico hesitates, goes in. Rico goes, ooh, for a finger roll. Looked like he was almost going to go up and dunk it. Missed the shot, though, came off the iron. Amacher, good pass down in the block. Oh, Tomez misses the shot. He gets his own rebound, misses. Weak side rebound. Missing it inside there was Anderson. Weak side rebound, Ruth for us. Inside 1 minute. Eckhoff doesn't waste any time to fire a 3. Weak side rebound was Rico Clay. Through a couple legs. Rico's going to take the 3 from the right side. Just catches a little iron on the outside. 31 seconds left. Devils going to improve in this one to 25-2. More importantly, 10-1 in the conference. With 3 games left, Rico's going to get another foul. His second. And with 16 seconds, our sub comes in. He gets a standing ovation. Number 11. Sorry, I don't have an 11-2, but looks like a kid we need to get the basketball to and let him shoot. And he's going to get to it. Oh, they put it back in. Shoot it. Awesome. That is awesome right there, folks. Number 11 comes into the ball game. That's good stuff. They pass it into him. He passes it back out. They go, no. You're supposed to take this. Greek passes it back in, and he hits the shot right in front. Good stuff there. I don't have a name for him, but that's good stuff because all of the Blue Devil fans here cheered for that young man. Good stuff here. As a final score here at Blue Devil Gymnasium on this Tuesday night, the Blue Devils 78, the Pioneers 32. Devils take care of business. And of course, we'll talk to Coach in the post game as the crowd starts to make their way for the doors. A lot of them make it their way towards the court. Brett Niederhauser down there. And I had a chance to see Paul Littleton earlier, and he's with Dave Taylor's brother. And I am sorry, I missed his first name. He was in Paul Littleton's class back in the early 70s. I think Paul turned 70, so it must be about 72. And he's in Hannibal now, so great to talk to all of them. Blue Devil fans making their way out as we'll wait for Coach. And the coach's comments powered by Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai after the ball game. Devils with a good ball game out here. And again, you had to come out and stay focused. And after one quarter, first of all, the Devils scored the first 14 points of the game. Devils ended up after one, 27-8. Second quarter, barely won at 11-9, but some good three-point shots out of Alleman. We had our subs in. They were doing a good job, but again, matched up pretty good and pretty equal. Halftime, 38-17. Devils would open up the second quarter, and it would carry in the 2 points from the second quarter to the third quarter. Had a 9-point run, got up 47-17. That's up by 30. They'd put another 12-point run in the third quarter after 3, and a little 7-point run in the third and fourth. It was 65-24, and the Devils put another little 7-point run in the fourth quarter and win this one 78-32. So Ben Morrison there, good to see him. He wasn't ready for that. He was yawning, so I didn't recognize who it was. And so he looked up and said, wait a minute, I know him too. Blue Devils, one more home game, folks. Next Tuesday, you got to come out and check it out. They've got Rocky in here on Tuesday. Then we go to the Rock Garden on Thursday. And it's all big-time stuff, baby. It's getting ready to now also win the conference, but also get ready for the postseason. And I was going to turn it over to the band, but the band did their last song, and they're moving on. So I'll take a moment here while you have silence while I work on my numbers. And we get ready for the post game here as the Blue Devils win this one 78-32. We'll break it down unofficially for the Devils because there's always, before I get home, there's always seems to be one or 2 points that kind of float, especially when I'm doing solo tonight, as we did tonight. We'll give it to the best we can on Alleman's side as they are now 3-22 overall in the season. Dropped down to 1-10, I believe it's in the conference. They were led with 11 points. Jack Wendt, he had a three-pointer in the first, second, third, and then a deuce in the fourth. He had 11. 5 points from Aubrey, that's Gavin Aubrey. 5 points also from DJ Baker. 4 from Gavin Wilburn. Also 4 from Daniel Vandehede. And then we dropped down 2 points from Benjamin Tomez. Oh, check that. It was actually our number 11 that made the last basket. We do not have a name. And Adam Van Meegen had 2 points as well. And that should equal 32, as I'll double check it later on. For the Blue Devils, they're now 25-2, 10-1 in the conference. They were leading scoring. BL3 had 25. He didn't play in the fourth quarter and didn't score in the second quarter. 25 for him, 13 for Dom Clay, also 13 for Ralph Wires in the ball game. 7 from Keyshawn Thomas, 7 from Cameron Wires off the bench, 5 from Jarius Rice. 3 points out of Cale Eckhoff. He fired that 3 up right away when he got in. 2 from Tyler Sprick, also 2 from Mark Louthan. In the ball game, but not scoring, Seth Rupert. Also Rico Clay, Ty Douglas, Isaiah Talton, and Trace Ruth to round out the scoring for the Devils, and that was 78. Devils with a good ball game out here. On this one, we'll have a chance to talk to Coach in a second here as he's already up here, and he knows it's a Tuesday night and a school night, and it's time to prepare for Moline, and they've been preparing for Moline anyway. Tonight was a good night to keep doing the things you're doing. And again, in the first and third quarters, even though Alleman's down a little bit, Alleman's playing better basketball. And so that first quarter being up 27-8. And then the third quarter, the Devils ran off 27 as well. And in that one, it's 27-7. So you had 27-8 and 27-7 are the 2 key quarters there, the first and third for the Devils. And then they wrapped it up in the last quarter, just 13-8. So the second and fourth quarters were similar. So I always love it because people try to stick around just a little bit longer, knowing that it's the second last game of the year. Of course, you wait for your players to come out. If you're a parent, you'll see them at home, but it's nice to say something to them when they get up here. So tomorrow night, the Quincy High Blue Devil girls, they will host the Hannibal Pirates at Quincy High's gymnasium, and it will be the senior night, and we'll honor our seniors over there tomorrow night. So join us, 7 o'clock game time. It'll be Jeff Wellman solo again tomorrow night, and then Thursday night, Pettit will join us as he comes down from Rockford. He'll have the Moline game on Thursday night and Friday. Girls first night, Friday is the boys, and he'll stick around, and we'll head to the bowl on Saturday night. So a full week there. We did not get any scores across town from Unity and QND. Let me double check because usually they do a pretty good job. Oh, okay. Thank you, Frank Cash. I guess signing ceremony tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Cole Waggy, Chris Flax, Ty Douglas, and Adam Byquist. They'll be playing football for Quincy University. And then Connor Cox will go to Iowa Western for football as well. So congratulations to those guys. And, of course, we talked about our wrestling team. Good luck to them on the sectionals, and that is here in Quincy. So if you're in Quincy this weekend, make sure you come out and check out the wrestlers. We listed all those guys at the beginning of the ball game. Actually, it was halftime. Doing a double check here. I forgot how many wrestlers are actually going here. $13 wrestlers, and while we wait for Coach, I'll shoot them out one more time. Hughes Sherrill, third place, 113. 120, Wyatt Boeing, second place. 126, Evan Wakefield, second place. 132, Cooper Cam, third place. Cale Mixer at 138, fourth place. Brody Baker at 144, second. Eli Roberts was a champion at 150. Gunnar Deerhickey had fourth at 157. The undefeated champion, 165, Owen Uppinghouse, only 2 losses last year. 175, Briar Newbold, the other senior champion. 190, Alex Wells, fourth place. 215, Dalton Mays, fourth place. And the big man inside at the 285, Todd Smith, had second place. And again, Coach Neely and the wrestlers, good luck this weekend. We'll try to get some updates as we are in Moline and Jacksonville on those 2 days. Don't have much more for you on a night like tonight. This is where Coach Pett and I might kill some time and jam or talk a little bit, but the band is out. And there's not much out here as we get ready to close this one out. Coach will be here. Looking at my MVP for tonight, I'll tell you, a lot of guys did a lot of good things, but BL3 just looked smooth tonight. 25 points. He had 4 trays, including a blue-collar take it to the hole and 1. So he had a great night out there. Blaine Barnes, Alan Ippenson, Dick Winter, the whole scoring table, along with Deerhickey, making their way out here. They've had a full night. I'll ask Coach, too, about the Camden. I don't think Camden was hurt. I think it was the technical for either dunking or the technical that started off the ball game. But either way, Camden did not play today. And talked to Troy Rupert before the ball game. There's Jeff Rupert, and, of course, Jeff Rupert's wife, Julie, she's a teacher. She's a big wrestling fan, too. She's a WWE or whatever it is now, big time, and I think she went to one of those events just recently here. Check it out on Facebook. Pretty good stuff. And, of course, we were talking to Troy and his wife about Kane, Glenn Jacobs, and said, we need to get Glenn to come back and walk into her classroom and surprise her. So that'd be good stuff. So the Devils with a 78-32 lead, or win on the lead, 56. And they took care of their business the right way. It wasn't sloppy. The guys hit their threes early. The guys really took it to the basket early, too. I think that was the impressive thing. We've got to take the ball to the basket when we have an opportunity, and Ralph Wire started off that way. BL3 did, too, and Dom Clay. And after one quarter, all 3 of those guys had 8. It was 8-8-8. Check that, 8-8, and then Longcore hit the 3 before, and it was 11 for Longcore. But good look here from the Devils. They'll have a chance to work a couple nights before we go up to Wharton Fieldhouse and Sean Taylor, the defending state champions. Here comes Coach Douglas as he checks out Greg Halbleib. And we're joined by Coach Douglas. Coach, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you, sir.
Good job there, and I really believe the Devils came out early and did just like you told them. They had to play good, and I know Coach Pettit was watching, and I know he was excited because the Devils took the ball to the hole. Ralph Wires took it to the hole. Dom took it to the hole. Bradley took it to the hole. We got to the free throw line early, and they did a great job there. Those 3 guys were basically all the scoring in the first, so they got us started out here, but I thought the guys moved the ball, and that was a good quarter because that was 27-8. I think at the last quarter, or the third quarter, was 27 to maybe 9. So those were the 2 quarters that we really did well. I'm not going to say the second, third quarter were fine. We just subs were in. And I'll tell you what, again, we talk. Some of those younger kids for the Pioneers are showing their stuff.
Yeah, no, they played pretty well. And proud of our guys for, not settling for outside shots. And I think that's easy to do in a game like this where they're sitting back in the zone. And It wasn't just sit outside and just throw, contested threes up or forced threes up. And, we had a couple early, one pass shots, but they're from high percentage guys. So, I was happy with it. I thought defensively we struggled a little bit, and not necessarily in getting stops. We got stops, but the energy that we needed to play with, the attention to detail that we needed to play with, and then the communication that we really needed to play with. And we always talk in the locker room. This is, defensively, we have to have great communication. Great communication is what provides us with energy. And it shows, it shows each other. It shows the other team. It shows the fans. It shows the coaches that they're engaged and want to be out there guarding. And we didn't really have that in the first half. Second half, they did a much better job.
And, of course, we look at this, and we got to the fourth quarter, and obviously the running clock as well. Free throws seem like we just bouncing out. We're a 74% free throw shooting team.
Yeah.
I don't lose any sleep when we miss, but I did like the fact that we were getting to the free throw line. And, really, Keyshawn worked hard inside, but wasn't necessary. I mean, after his monster game Saturday, game like this, he only had 2 free throws and really only 2 buckets. And one of them, he hit a 3.
Yeah. And really, he made some passes out. Probably had 3 assists, great assists. Seeing guys cutting through the paint. We said yesterday we were preparing for Moline on Friday, and this game we were preparing for Moline Friday, and we're going to do so the next couple days. And I thought he did a really good job of finding holes that we're going to see, that he's going to see, against Moline's defense. So he played well. Guys around him played well. It was good to see Tyler get a couple shots off. Ralph knocked down a couple. Dom knocked down a couple. Those are guys that we're going to need to put the ball in the hoop, especially coming up against Moline at Moline, Rocky here, and then going to Rocky a couple days later.
We've got the toughest route the last 3 games, which we like that. We'd rather play 3 tough games than picking up anybody else. I tell you, Cale Eckhoff, the minute he gets in the game, we're going to have check the Vegas line on how quick he's going to put that first shot up. And he always hits one.
Yeah, no, he's turned himself into a really good shooter. Steps up, knocks it down with confidence. He gets a lot of shots up. I saw some videos of him shooting with Theo and Ray Highland in the cul-de-sac there. So he's a great kid, and comes in, and again, he's one that keeps it lightheaded. Comes in, it's not all serious. He can turn it on when he needs to. He doesn't practice quite often, but it's good to see him knock down some shots.
Yeah, those are the guys that work hard and make your guys work hard, as we mentioned, in practice for the games and all that. Well, it's a Tuesday night. We did get to honor the educators out here. That is so cool that each person gets to bring out their own. And I got to ask, there was one that had 2 people, but they had somebody pass away?
Yes, yeah. So that was Ty Douglas, and this is a great night for everybody kind of involved. Obviously, for the educators that get chosen, this isn't something that we just throw together last second. We tell our guys we give them a heads up. You need to be thinking about who you want to pick, and not only that, who you want, but why you're choosing them to walk with you. And we have a lot of great educators in the Quincy Public School District, and to be able to honor those that help our guys, help our student athletes, help our students in general. My parents both are educators and went through Quincy Public Schools, and I know that sometimes teachers don't necessarily get the acclimates that they deserve, the respect that they deserve. So for us to be able to have a night like this, it's really neat to watch our guys interact with the educators, the teachers, and just a fun night in general.
Well, and it's great because, again, we're here playing basketball, but we're here for an education, and we're trying to mold these kids for the future and give them an opportunity.
Well, it takes a village, and obviously they have great adults in their life, and we're just trying to add a couple more to it. But, from a coach's standpoint, it's really fun to see the growth and development of these kids. And from a teacher's perspective, you could say the exact same thing.
And it's probably easier to take your 14 players and give them one person than to bring every teacher in here and introduce every teacher. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, no doubt.
And we'd probably have to – that'd be probably an hour pregame show right there.
At least. At least longer than our senior night.
So we'll thank all educators out there while we're up here.
Absolutely.
We thank you all, not only Quincy High, but anybody who's out there. Tell you what's a tough job, and tougher today than it was years ago.
Yeah, no doubt about it. There's a lot that goes into it. A lot of extra hours that, my wife, for instance, I think – obviously, she sees the extra time that's put in coaching, but I see the extra time that she puts in. Polly Sprick is another one. I could see that firsthand, being close with their family. And, there's a lot of time, a lot of energy that goes into it. And again, for us to be able to highlight them one night of a season it's a great opportunity.
And the key thing today as a teacher, unlike, and we'll honor Dick Thompson tonight.
Yep.
Dick used to be able to be the disciplinarian. Him and like Milt McPike, they carried the stick if they had to.
I heard a lot of stories, some from my dad, and from Dick over the years of telling some of those stories too. But just such a great man. I'll never forget. I don't know how much time we have, but I'll never forget. When I first took the job and we're standing in church and there's a moment, time for you to reflect and pray. And Dick Thompson sought me out, came over from the opposite side and prayed for me on the side. So and just told me, he's proud and happy that I was in this position and, shared some advice that I still use to this day. So just a special man. He's had a great impact on many of people that have gone through the public schools. And, he's one of those that, I think is different than today. He was that hard disciplinarian, but everyone knew that he cared. He loved them. He was doing it for a reason. And I think that's a big piece of it.
And I think Dick also didn't go to the paddle first. Dick would, he was a way to be able to talk to you. And, I mean, I had the pleasure of not Terry and I are great friends. And, of course, he did football. And, I mean, it was great. Oh, you did basketball, too, when I coached at Quincy College. And, Dick, are you sure she missed it? No, she didn't. Yes, she did. And then when he goes by, he goes, yeah, maybe she did. So just a great sense of humor. And we want to thank the Thompson family. We'll see them this weekend as well for that. But, hey, great win tonight, 78-32, and we'll get ready for Friday night at Wharton Fieldhouse.
Absolutely. A couple tough ones coming up. Ready for it.
You got it. All right, that's Andy Douglas. Of course, he is powered by Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai here out there. We thank those guys as well. All right, that's it for me here at Blue Devil Gymnasium. Your final score, the Blue Devils 78, the Pioneers from Alleman Catholic 32. It's been fun getting out here, and we'll catch you again tomorrow night for the girls' game. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, girls and boys for 2 in a row. Again, from Blue Devil Gymnasium, the final, your Blue Devils 78, Pioneers 32. I'm Jeff Wellman, and this has been Blue Devil Basketball, Western Big Six style, right at meccasportscode.com. Good night, everyone.